Hey kids! Guess what time it is? This is the new video for the new auction! Woo! Yeah! Alright, thanks again Chad for that rousing introduction. Chad the Photo Man, making it happen. Yep, here we are again. 1801 Gwinnett, Kansas City, Missouri. 64120. We're in the East Bottoms, just east of City Market. If you're tuning in for the first time, we do auctions here almost every Thursday evening. Check out the website. Just search Andrew Turner Auctions. It'll come right up for more information. Let's see here. We've got this case here full of looks like probably silver certificates. There's some foreigns. There's some different state commemoratives. Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark cards. Garbage Pail Kids and Kiss cards. I do what I can showing you on the video. We also have auction preview every Wednesday from 11 to 1, kind of over lunch. If you make it down, check stuff out then. And of course, check out the preview pictures. None of the pictures or photos are any substitution for coming down and checking stuff out. Also on auction night, we open the doors at 5. Auction starts at 6. We have a lot of stuff to sell. Obviously can't do it all at once, so you have plenty of time to look around, dip in, check it out. Lots of jewelry on this table. Once again, this table is full of jewelry, stuff in bags, loose stuff, necklaces, bracelets, pretty much all costume. Some of it's signed costume. Yeah, that gives you an idea. Really neat stuff. Some of it older than others, but a pretty solid table full of jewelry. In this case here, let's see, looks like maybe some more coins, more currency, more jewelry. Neat stuff in there. That's a cool porcelainized sign from Germany. Union Heights, whatever, Union Briquettes. I guess it's a brick company. Very esoteric sign to find here in the Midwest for sure. Okay, this is a photo album. Military stuff. I want to say between the wars. I should have looked before. Navy. See if we can find a date here. Oh yeah, you'll want to come in and check this out. Oh, duh. USS New York. 1914, 1946. Yep, come check it out. Okay, this is also really cool. These are German like architectural drawings. Crazy style. Crazy, but like Bauhaus-esque style. Some cross-sectioned rocks, some more watches. Check that out. Neat vintage Bass Pro Shops. I was kind of looking online because I know everyone's been influenced to wear Bass Pro hats. Not that ones that look like that one, but you know, that's a vintage one. And there was a guy like wanting to just search that hat, reverse search the image or something, you'll find it. The guy was saying, I'll give you $1,000 someone can find me this hat. We'll see. Looks like some steam valves or whatever, steam gauges, old bows, violin bows. Then there's a violin back there as well. Bows are selling separate. More military stuff up there. I guess this is pre-printed. I think it's 57As. But you know, they would have like used a stamp for each one of those, I guess, back then. I don't know. I thought it was cool. So not a lot of stuff up here on top of the case. So we'll make up some time there. Here's like an 80s Dungeons and Dragons. Everything in there except for the die. Some weird little novelty sword. That's badass. A German porcelain attention sign. Electrical, probably. Looks like there's an old centrifuge, some Black Americana back there. Comic books. Jars full of jewelry and marbles. More jewelry on there. I don't know how we'll sell that. Okay, these Pokemon cards here in the box. It's got reissue written on there. So they're not, I don't understand exactly. We've sold them before. I guess they're not the, I don't know, reprinted or something like that. And I announced that last time too. I just want to make sure everybody knows that that's what we're talking about. So yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. Please, if you haven't been down before, you really need to come check us out. If you live in Kansas City, if you like vintage stuff or antique stuff, come down. It's not, auctions aren't as intimidating as you might think. You know how they make it seem like, oh, I just bought something for $100,000. Now I have to pay for it. Really? Somebody's gonna like make you pay for something because you just raised your hand? That is not the way it goes. We got you. Don't worry. We'll get you through it. It's fun. You'll like it. It's a nice little dopamine hit for you. Some Kansas City stuff. Some neat photos. What's this guy? Clown, I'm gonna say. It is. I was right. Little clown cut out. Some, I don't know, some sort of carnival or something like that. Neat old handmade piece. And then we go to a little Boy Scout or Cub Scout cutout. And some sort of like press, or I don't know what the hell that is. Baby carriage. Native American piece. Neat piano stool. There's a bunch of vintage Chiefs hats and more in there. There's a big Jesus. There's a couple of tigers, Mickey Mouse and other vintage kid stuff. Little knick-knack box full of smalls. Is that freaking Ron Jeremy? Huh. Okay. That's a first. Cuckoo claw, I think little military pieces. Axes or hatchets. Yeah, not a lot of stuff back here. It's a fairly big auction, just not a ton of like peripheral stuff. Here, nice blow molds, neat hand painted inner sign. Gibson CO Classic acoustic. Okay. Yes, here are more chairs from the Kansas City International Airport, the old airport. Eames design for Herman Miller. We got a whole lot of them. We've sold them for I don't know, a few months now. We still have more. These aren't in the best condition. A lot of the better ones we sold at first, and we still have some really good ones that are in great shape if you want one. Mainly people have contacted us from out of state, and they've been driving down to pick them up. For some reason there's more interest from out of state than there has been from Kansas City. But if you want one, we get you covered. Let's see. This is really cool. Sorry about all the mess back there, kind of nature of the beast. Anti-exposure men's coveralls. I can make out the date on there, 80s probably. Pretty cool. Got the little zipper down there to do your business. Kind of rubberized material. Coated of some kind, and like rubber up here. Neat. Hanging lamp. Steins. Neat world history book. There's other things in there, other things that have been clipped out of magazines. Let me turn this fan off. That are just kind of in there. Old train stuff. Neat. Cast metal table. Okay, these are really cool. Air Force from the 60s. All sorts of neat photos and documents. And then the book underneath there, and they'll just go as a group. More photos, military stuff. That should go for at least a couple $100, I would hope. Old toys, sort of cast like pot metal piece. Fraternal, like flagpoles. Old mirror, piece of art, waterfall. More old toys and such. Big little books. Radio Shack Bank. Postcards and cake plate there. Table, looks like it needs a little work. Couple cast iron old school desk sides. It's an art set. Old toys and games. That's neat, like German poster with coins and medals and stuff like that on it. Leaded glass. Looks like something out of a church. Like Caveman Crokinole. Box full of more religious stuff and more. Tennis rackets. Looks like a cream can, milk can of some kind. Fishing rod pole, another cross. Table cast iron base. Step stool. These. Okay, these are hard to really show what they are. They're like little flags that say like love and peace and like banners. And then there's two of them that are like teepees that have 3 legs, and you spread them out, and I don't know, for displays or schools or something like that. So it's kind of hard to set that stuff up. More toys and games and vintage and European items. Stuff on the floor over here too. When we're over here at this point in the auction, we do choice off the table. If you haven't been to an auction before and don't know what choice is, you'll figure it out quick. It's not hard. Nothing about an auction is hard in the least. If it was, there would be no auctions. So yeah, more toys and more neat old stuff. I'm not sure what those are. They say rural and city on them, and they have like rolling paper in them. License plates. Looks like ration books, and then there's a photo album under there. It doesn't have anything in it. Lab equipment. Primitives. Old bottles. Ephemera, little pieces of furniture, more artwork. Looks like there's a pulley, interesting design, art glass, crockery, and more. I wanted to go back over to this box real quick. I think there's some neat old stuff in here, but that'll all go together. Chandelier could be cool, or maybe they're sconces. Big piece of blank canvas, still wrapped up. And yeah, there's the back of it. Move over here. We have some keychains and stuff, more ephemera, celluloid buttons, watches, jewelry, camera stuff, and more. Southwest blanket, metal, whatever, big pot. It's a Charger shirt, like 40s, Navy picture, neat aircraft carrier back there. I think that's like 1940s. It says like Dallas Trash Department or something like that. Looks like a Tom Brady jersey, Marine Corps coat, baby scale, miscellaneous, this and that and the other. All sorts of neat stuff, folks. Movie posters, other art in there, some textiles in that box, sleeping bag, circular saw, miscellaneous stuff over here. A lot of times this area is just packed, and it's not this time, as you know, if you come here a lot. So we'll make up a little time in the air there, and we'll walk around here to this side. There's Frank. The back of Frank, which some say is the best side. It's like one of sports cards, some hats. That is not a real penguin. It does look freakishly real, though. It is not. Sort of vase with inlaid design, some prints, bunch of Pulp Fiction books in boxes. Looks like maybe some more textiles or doilies, handmade kind of stuff. Some blinds, boxes of this and that, some purses, some games. Okay, this is all like restaurant. Where? Plates and kitchen stuff. So I don't know how it'll do. How do you think it'll do, Frank?
By the box.
Yeah, we'll sell it by the box. Could go for nothing. It could, we could get some restaurant folks down here that realize, that know how expensive that stuff is, and want to get a deal, which you will, for sure. More stuff under the table there. Okay, then we usually go around here. A couple of PA speakers, like probably fiberglass, wicker type chairs, neat little modern brushed metal stool, old table, sewing machine, nice bench there, some other kind of table that's missing something, two-part little drop front with shelf on top. Is that a hairdryer? We'll go with that for now. Some other stands, probably PA speaker stands, tripods, things like that. There's some elliptical or some old bikes. Those are motorized backdrops. We never got the motor on that, did we?
No, photography stuff, the stands and the back screen are all photography.
Guess that's a no, but we did not get the motor for those. And we've got all this crap on the floor here. I'll just walk by real quick. Somebody dropped off some stuff and basically ended up just dumping a bunch of stuff we don't normally mess with off on us, which is cool. I don't know, they didn't understand. It was here. We'll help them out. But not that there's no value there. There totally is. And you're gonna probably go $5-10 a box full of stuff there. So gas stove, again, something we don't normally mess with too much. So you probably get a really good deal on it. There's some think that's a corner shelf. Corner shelf there. Some artwork, a couple of arts and crafts, kind of mission grandfather type clocks. There's a neat old primitive cart, dolly of some kind. Some little pieces of furniture here and there. This is a really neat trunk from Germany, particular style. I can't remember what it's called. It's old though. That's really old. Over here, this guy didn't ever come pick this stuff up, which sucks because we needed this space. But oh well, we're gonna sell his stuff to you. Big buyout. Okay. Now back to talking about somebody who dropped some stuff off that we don't normally deal with. All of these freaking whatever diapers or whatever you call them. I don't know. We're not just gonna throw them away. I imagine that would be like $300 worth of stuff or more. So I don't know. Hopefully somebody can use them. Yeah, and more of that stuff. Just ordinary household odds and ends that we really don't care to get down here. We get some of it. My God. Books and freaking coffee makers and I don't know, whatever. You go through it, take what you want. Let's see. Okay, here's a look at that stuff from the back. Okay, we'll go back here to this corner. Looks like we've got a neat quilt top, some vintage. Oh, a boxing jacket, one of those jackets that make you sweat. Neat vintage coats, military style. This one actually is military flight jacket. Then back here, you know, kind of some more of that ordinary stuff that we're not necessarily looking for down here, but do work in if we must. That's cool. KCMO TV5 vintage, like softball, bunch of vintage shirts in there. That should be cool. Lederhosen. And there'll be some things back here that will bring crazy money for sure. Oh, there's some little people, Fisher Price people. Those usually do well. Some sort of sign. There's our vending machine, which is kind of temperamental. You know, you guys, if you are coming to the auction and you think you might get thirsty, go ahead and bring some water with you. If you think you might get hungry, and bring something to eat. That's my advice to you. But we do have the vending machine here. We don't really have food here. We had a food truck for a while, but it just never seems to work out. We miss Amaro being here every week and doing food, but she hasn't been since COVID. And just decided not to mess with it anymore, which I totally understand. Also, Caddyshack is right up the street, folks. Check their menu out in advance. They'll deliver down here to you. Art. Sorry, the garage door's kind of washing that out. Some girly things there too. Looks like more vintage. That's a neat starter. Jacket. Bug pack. Performance pesticide. Hawaii vintage drag racing. Hawaiian. More vintage windbreaker things there. That's pretty cool. We'll go over here. And yeah, this should be a neat section. Old car racing trophies. Dynamite box. That is a Fisher. I don't have my glasses. 170, I think, tuner amp. Telephone stuff. Looks like art pottery, tubes, PA horn, little spittoons. That's cool. Some sort of old fraternal collar, some old ceiling things. It looks like more tubes, more tubes, more tubes, more tubes, more tubes. Okay. Westpac, probably tractor umbrella, I'm thinking. Okay, neat signs and stuff up here. You pick the shelf you play, you pick what you want guessed. Don't know what that means. Beer stuff, Shiner. Love that band. 3-banger locker. Neat, medicine bow circus fundraising. That could be cool. It's all hand painted. Okay, we got all this art over here. I'll get to that in just a second. Let me knock these tables out. Neat little kids table and chairs. There's some bronzed shoes, kid shoes, track shoes. I haven't seen those bronzed. Pellet guns, some sort of drill, or yep. Guitar Hero Gretsch. I didn't know there was such a thing. Bookshelf stereo, this kind of stuff. I mean, you know, it's easy to just walk by and think a bunch of junk, but really, it's old blacksmithing stuff. Stuff you don't really see very much of. We see quite a bit of it down here, but so some VHS, which people have been calling and wanting. Call me if you get VHS. I'm like, look at the pictures on the website. It's every single freaking auction almost. I hear it's coming back. Some plushes, some vinyl and cassettes and more stereo stuff and more. Okay, wall. I don't know, some of it's better than others. Some of it's kind of 90s. Well, 90s art. But there's other really cool stuff in there. And this wall is usually filled with art every auction. Check out the pictures to get a better idea of the art. I'm just going to hit this really quick for you so you can kind of get scale and quantity and all that. So then this table here, glass, looks like a little die cast, something there, sort of kitchen thing. Miscellaneous electronics and stuff, and that's another thing down here is, you know, you'll get stuff like this thermostat, and some, whatever that is, just weird little things like that that come through. Again, everything sold as is, where is, no returns or anything like that, so, you know, sometimes on, like, higher end, like, or vintage, like, stereos and stuff like that, we might be able to figure something out, but you have to bring stuff back. You can't call, you have to do it like the next morning. But a lot of that vintage, older electronics, you know, that's, it's old. Some toys on there, coming around the horn. Yeah, Chad was just whispering to me, if you heard him. We got a good crew down here. Stereo stuff. Some purses and stuff, things like that. I don't know if those are knockoffs or real, but whatever. Courier knives or Blue Willow, whatever. These Kentucky Derby glasses, some of those can bring good money. Barbie, Native American pottery, false graph, silver plate, surround sound speaker deal there. British baby buggy still here. Hey, more VHS, come and get it. Vintage decor, kids kind of stuff. More of this new in the box stuff. You know, old and dead stock, new dead stock, whatever you call it. So we hope to see you down here. Again, we do it almost every freaking Thursday. Oh, this is nice. This Bose is in there with some other stuff. We'll just leave it in there, but people seem to like those. Vintage caps. Sawzall, looks like. Oh, and more. Usually get a pretty good deal on tools here. We're just not that strong selling tools, but we get them in all the time. You know, something that brand new would be $350, you get it for $10. You know, it's not brand new. Alright, here we go. We're nearing the end of our journey together. We realize you have many choices for Thursday night entertainment and auctions in the Kansas City area, and we sincerely appreciate you choosing Andrew Turner Auctions for your hoarding and entertainment needs. Big shout out to our resellers and collectors. Alright guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you Thursday.